Hello and a very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are this morning's headlines. Opposition protests over demonetization from Parliament to the streets. Congress, Left and TMC take on government. Prime Minister seeks people's opinion, says don't accept corruption as part of system. RBI cautions people against illegal exchange of old currency, eases conditions for withdrawal for weddings, no deposits in small savings schemes allowed in old notes. India strongly protests killing of 3 soldiers and mutilation of one of them with Pakistan. Army vows heavy retribution. Islamabad rejects claims. And Railways suspends 5 senior officials and transfers Divisional Railway Manager of Jhansi Division in connection with Kanpur train derailment. 150 people had died in the Sunday morning tragedy. Our top focus on the bulletin this morning: demonetization will continue to be debated in the Rajya Sabha today as well. Opposition parties continued to stall proceedings over the issue on Tuesday. A united opposition insisted on Prime Minister's presence in the upper house and also demanded compensation for the kin of persons who allegedly lost their lives in the demonetization drive. The government, however, slammed the opposition for causing obstruction. No government business could be transacted in the Rajya Sabha as the standoff between the government and the opposition stalled the proceedings of the House.
On the 5th day of the winter session, the opposition parties continued their tirade against the government on the demonetization issue. Accusing the government of adopting a dictatorial stance, they reiterated their demand for the Prime Minister's presence during the discussion on the topic.
ये पूरी अपोजिशन मैं अपनी तरफ से नहीं बल्कि अपोजिशन सारी अपोजिशन चाहती है हम डिस्कशन चाहते हैं हम लोगों की पीड़ा समझते हैं लेकिन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी आए और एमपीओ की बात सुने
A debate started on an announcement made by the Honorable Prime Minister.
Yes.
He made the announcement of this demonetization. We want him to be here when we are debating.
प्रधानमंत्री जी न सुनेंगे न जवाब देंगे तानाशाही रवैया कभी चला नहीं.
There were also demands for compensating the families of the 70 people who allegedly lost their lives due to the hardships they faced in getting their currency notes exchanged.
पूरे देश में सरकार ने तो आर्थिक इमरजेंसी जैसा माहौल पैदा किया हुआ है. पूरे देश के अंदर 90% भारतीय लोग
I am ready to listen to everybody. Why don't you assume your seat?
90% लोग
ये देश के हित में फैसला है.
शरद यादव जी
आपसे मेरा कहना है कि इन सारे लोगों के ऊपर कोई जो सरकार ने फैसला किया है
शरद यादव जी
आपको 10 लाख का मुआवजा देना चाहिए.
शरद यादव
Retaliating against the opposition's charges, the government claimed that they were employing obstructionist strategies and running away from the discussion.
हमारी अपील ये है, कंप्लेन कोई नहीं है इनकी. हमारी अपील ये है कि ये जो है वो टुकड़ों में चर्चा नहीं हो. चर्चा तत्काल आप शुरू कराइए और जो रिमेनिंग मेंबर्स हैं जो बोलने वाले हैं आप शुरू कराइए. तैयार जवाब.
Naqvi's remarks failed to quell the protests of the opposition members who marched into the well of the House. The ruling party members also moved to the aisles, raising the pitch against the opposition. The chair tried to bring a truce between the two sides.
If only there is order in the House, why should the treasury benches do this?
As the stalemate continued, 0 hour and question hour were paralyzed. The protests continued even in the post-lunch session. With no respite visible, the chair adjourned the House till Wednesday. With inputs from Vishal Dhaya, Kriti Mishra, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the demonetization issue caused disruptions in the Lok Sabha too, with adjournments through the day on Tuesday. Members of the Congress, TMC and AIADMK demanded discussion on the issue under Rule 56 that entails voting. Here's more.
Proceedings in the Lok Sabha were disrupted for the 5th day in a row on Tuesday over note ban issue. The House was adjourned for the day over opposition demands for a debate under Rule 56 that entails voting.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर को बुलाइए. हम एडजर्नमेंट मोशन चाहते हैं इसलिए कि सारे देश में गरीब लोग मर रहे हैं. किसान मर रहा है, शादियां टूट रही है, अनऑर्गेनाइज लेबर्स मर रहे हैं, प्लांटेशन वर्कर्स को मजदूरी नहीं मिल रही है, बीडी वर्कर्स और इतने लोग तबाह और तंग हैं। और प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने अनाउंस किया, इसलिए प्राइम मिनिस्टर आना चाहिए और वो प्रेजेंट रहना चाहिए, हमारी बात को सुनना चाहिए।
We are asking for a positive debate. We want to place our observations. We want to see Honorable Prime Minister is remaining present on the House and let us put our observations. Why you are not rising to the occasion?
The sufferings of common people due to the shortage of new 500 and lower denomination currencies and the overcrowding at banks and the ATMs in the country after the demonetization announced by the government. So on this matter we want to discuss. I have already given adjournment motion, madam.
Parliamentary Affairs Minister Anant Kumar insisted that the government was ready for a discussion under Rule 193.
मैं सबसे निवेदन करूंगा, भारत सरकार चर्चा करने के लिए तैयार है, हर पहलू पर हम चर्चा करने के लिए तैयार है, क्योंकि मैं नहीं समझता हमारे विपक्ष के लोग काले धन के पक्ष में हैं, हमारे विपक्ष के लोग आतंकवाद के पक्ष में हैं, जाली नोट के पक्ष में हैं। पूरा देश की जनता आज के दिन में मोदी सरकार के इस पहल के साथ है।
Amid the noisy scenes, the Lok Sabha Speaker carried out most of the question hour before adjourning the House briefly till noon.
Please go to your seat.
After papers were tabled, she adjourned the House till Wednesday as opposition parties remained unrelenting. With inputs from Pranav Goswami and Ravindra Singh, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
16 at 11 a.m.
Meanwhile, a united opposition has decided to escalate its attack on the government over the demonetization issue. Parties have decided to take the matter to the president and have sought time for a meeting. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister reached out to the public asking for their feedback via a mobile app. Here's more.
In a bid to counter the opposition to demonetization, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday reached out directly to the public. The PM sought feedback on the move through a smartphone app. In a tweet, the Prime Minister asked for people's views, also providing a link to download the app.
Now, ऐप डाउनलोड करने के लिए मिस कॉल कीजिए 1800209090 पर।
Later, at an event in the national capital, the PM asked people to not accept corruption as part of the system.
मैं देख रहा हूं कि दुर्भाग्य कि आज सार्वजनिक जीवन में ये हिम्मत आ रही है कि करप्शन के पक्ष में भाषण लोग कर पा रहे हैं, करप्शन के पक्ष में, काले धन के पक्ष में खुलेआम मैदान में उतर रहे हैं। किसी भी देश के लिए मूल्यों का जो पतन होता है वो सबसे बड़ा संकट होता है।
In Parliament and outside, the opposition parties have been speaking out against demonetization. 10 opposition parties will protest outside Parliament today. This will be followed by a march to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. 6 left parties will launch a week-long joint nationwide protest against the move from November 24th.
प्रधानमंत्री पार्लियामेंट में क्यों नहीं आते? पार्लियामेंट में आके क्यों नहीं बोलते? टीवी पे बोल सकते हैं, पॉप कॉन्सर्ट पे बोल सकते हैं, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर क्यों नहीं बोल सकते?
If the Prime Minister refuses to be answerable to the Parliament, then there is actually complete constitutional breakdown. When this Parliament is in session, the Prime Minister every day goes on speaking outside, but not inside the Parliament. This amounts to a contempt of the Parliament.
Politicians fighting for the poor people. Of course, we are doing all what we can because the people are suffering. But let me tell you, corporate India also needs to speak up because the economy is in a complete mess, and this will be, as we've been saying, this is a financial emergency.
Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia led a protest in the national capital against the currency ban. He alleged that the move has neither stopped the production of fake notes nor reduced the funding of terrorist outfits.
मैसेज देना चाहते हैं कि काला धन उनके पास नहीं है जो चाय का काम करते हैं, खेती करते हैं, किसानी करते हैं। काला धन उनके पास है जो आपको चुनाव में हेलीकॉप्टर उड़ने के लिए देते हैं। अगर हिम्मत है तो बताइए मोदी जी, चुनाव के दौरान किस किस के हेलीकॉप्टर में बैठे थे और उनमें से कितनी कंपनियों के लोन आपने प्रधानमंत्री बनने के बाद माफ किए हैं, बताइए।
Meanwhile, a resolution passed at a special assembly session of the Kerala government asked the centre to allow cooperatives to exchange old notes and accept deposits, just like commercial banks. Leaders from the state also held a protest outside Parliament. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee will launch a nationwide protest at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi today. She has appealed to other opposition parties to join her. She will also hit the streets in Kolkata. Though the move is being hailed as a positive step towards fighting tax evasion and corruption, it has also left lakhs of people, particularly in rural India, without any cash. With inputs from Pranav Goswami and Anu Diwan, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the Reserve Bank of India has cautioned people that exchange or a deal in notes in any unauthorized manner is illegal and will be met with strict action. Now, the RBI statement came as the Finance Ministry said that old 500 and 1,000 rupee notes cannot be used for making deposits in small savings schemes. Small savings schemes include post office deposits, public provident fund and Sukanya Samriddhi. Interest rate on these schemes range between 7.3 to 8.5%. But in a marginal relief to families who have weddings in their households, the RBI relaxed one of the several conditions for withdrawal of 2.5 lakh rupees from their own accounts by making a declaration for payments beyond 10,000 rupees only. Also, RBI asked banks to ensure adequate funds and provided to rural cooperative banks for dispersal to farmers so that they can have enough valid notes for purchase of seeds, fertilizer and other inputs during the ongoing Rabi season. The RBI has doubled to 20,000 rupees for semi-closed prepaid instruments with a view to meeting the transactional needs of the public through digital means. Also, IRCTC service charges have been waived off on booking of e-tickets and i-tickets from 23rd November 2016 to 31st December 2016. The government has also extended airport parking fee waiver till November 28th midnight. Moreover, now 2,000 rupees can be withdrawn from Big Bazaar using debit cards starting from this Thursday. Well, post-demonetization, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reiterated that the government will take more stringent measures to curb black money in the country. Addressing the BJP parliamentary party meeting in Delhi on Tuesday, Modi said his government is dedicated to eradicate the twin evils of black money and corruption, which have affected people in the last 70 years. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley also reassured that the Indian economy will only get stronger with this move.
The BJP parliamentary party passed a unanimous resolution endorsing the demonetization move by the centre. Addressing party MPs, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said demonetization is not the end, but the beginning of a long, deep and constant battle against black money and corruption. He also said the move will benefit the poor and the common man. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley also assured the MPs that demonetization will make the Indian economy stronger.
Black money कम करने का प्रयास, ईमानदारी जनजीवन में लाने का प्रयास, अर्थव्यवस्था का और जीडीपी का लॉन्ग टर्म में साइज बढ़े, क्योंकि ऑफिशियल इकोनॉमी बढ़ेगी, शैडो इकोनॉमी कम होगी। ये जब सारे लाभ इसमें से निकलेंगे तो देश को की एक बदली हुई तस्वीर उभर के सामने आएगी।
ये संघर्ष हम आगे भी चलाएंगे और ये संघर्ष गरीब के पक्ष में है, सामान्य जनता के पक्ष में है, देश हित के पक्ष में है, सुरक्षा के पक्ष में है। ये माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने पूरा संसदीय दल को आज बताया।
The resolution also hit out at opposition parties, asking them whether they stood by the people of the country or with hoarders of black money. The BJP also accused the opposition of trying to provoke violence and chaos and disrupting parliament.
The BJP condemns the malicious efforts by some political parties who are desperate to provoke violence and chaos, having been rattled by the widespread support of the people to the government's initiative and bent upon disturbing the proceedings of the Parliament on one pretext or other.
The party also outlined a strategy on how to hit back at the opposition, both inside and outside Parliament. The opposition has been demanding the Prime Minister's presence in Parliament during the discussion over demonetization. The issue has led to almost no work being done in the last 4 days. With inputs from Pranav Goswami, Bureau Report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, in other news now, results were announced on Tuesday for by-elections held for 4 Parliament and 10 Assembly constituencies in 6 states: Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, West Bengal, Tripura, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and 1 Union Territory, Puducherry. Let's take a look at what took place.
The BJP has retained the Nepanagar Assembly seat and the Shahdol Lok Sabha seats that saw by-elections in Madhya Pradesh. In Assam too, the BJP won the Lakhimpur Lok Sabha seat by a huge margin. This seat was vacated by Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal. The party also won the Baithalangso Assembly seat, where the Congress candidate who won in May joined the BJP.
प्रदेश की सरकार विकास और जन कल्याण के मुद्दे पर ही चुनाव लड़ी थी और हम विकास के कामों को, जनता के कल्याण के कामों को लेके जनता के बीच गए थे। जनता का समर्थन विकास को मिला, जन कल्याण को मिला।
We all 6 party this time unitedly went to the people, and like Congress tried to misguide the people of Assam, but people of Assam have taken a firm stand in this regard.
In Arunachal Pradesh, the Sanglu Pul, the wife of former Chief Minister Kaliko Pul, who committed suicide in August, was leading in the Assembly seat Hailyong as a BJP candidate. In West Bengal, the TMC won both Lok Sabha seats of Cooch Behar and Tamlok and the Assembly seat of Montesar.
Did you like these by-elections? Do you think BJP would also get a response from Uttar Pradesh and Punjab from people where polls would be there? Do you think there also people would get them up?
So BJP will get the befitting reply. There will be nowhere. बीजेपी का एक भी वोट नहीं मिलने वाला है, नहीं मिलेगा भी।
Tripura's ruling CPM won both assembly seats for which by-elections were held, retaining one and wresting the other from the Congress. In Tamil Nadu, the AIADMK won the assembly segments of Tiruparanakundram, Tanjavur and Aravakkurichi. Puducherry Chief Minister V. Narayanaswamy of the Congress won the Nellitop assembly seat. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, it's time for a short break now, but news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The splendid, grand and massive neo-Buddhist copper dome of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. It gets its influence from stupa at Sanchi. The dome is more than twice the height of the rest of the building. The reinforced concrete shell of the outer dome began to be formed during the beginning of 1929. The last stone of the dome was laid on April 6, 1929.
India has strongly condemned the killing of 3 Indian soldiers, with one of them beheaded by the Pakistani troops along the LOC in the Machil sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Army has vowed heavy retribution for the brutal act, but Pakistan says claims are aimed at maligning them.
In another gruesome act, 1 Indian soldier was beheaded and 2 others killed along the line of control in Machil sector of Kashmir, as both sides continued exchange of heavy firing. The intruders are believed to have crossed the LOC under cover fire from Pakistani forces before carrying out the ambush on the Indian Army patrol and escaping. The army called the act barbaric and vowed heavy retribution.
जो लास्ट रिटेलिएशन हुआ था मच्छल सेक्टर में, अभी उससे कहीं बढ़ के होगा। ये जो सिचुएशन बनी हुई है, समय देखिए, अभी थोड़े समय में कश्मीर के पास जो पासेस बंद होने वाले हैं, जब बर्फबारी शुरू होगी, टेररिस्ट की इन्फिल्ट्रेशन अंदर नहीं होगी, तो पाकिस्तान फौज का जो इरादा है कि कुछ ऐसी एक्टिविटी की जाए जिससे अपने जो भेजे हुए इनके टेररिस्ट हैं, इनका मोराल ऊपर रहे।
Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar was briefed about the incident, after which he strongly condemned the act, calling it cowardly and brutal. India also strongly protested with Pakistan through Deputy High Commissioner J.P. Singh, who was summoned by the Pakistan Foreign Office to condemn alleged unprovoked ceasefire violations. Singh also conveyed that Pakistani troops were deliberately targeting civilian areas, resulting in heavy casualties. Various political parties also condemned the action and expressed anguish over the killing. The opposition has demanded that the government be more stern and give a befitting reply to Pakistan.
After surgical strike, Pakistan is desperate, and that's why Pakistan has reached to the level of this madness, and they are not. Pakistan is not looking to the reasons.
एक सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक से काम नहीं चलेगा, ये पाकिस्तान बार बार उसके सबूत दे रहे हैं। मैं ये नहीं कहता हूँ, शिवसेना ये नहीं कहेगी कि आप सीधा युद्ध की नौबत आए, लेकिन कुछ तो ऐसा स्ट्राइक करो, ऐसा हमला करो कि पाकिस्तान आने वाले दिनों में हिंदुस्तान की तरफ आंख उठाकर नहीं देख सके।
मैं समझता हूँ ये अब दूसरी बार हुआ है पिछले कुछ दिनों में कि सिपाही की बॉडी के साथ में भी उन्होंने इस तरह हरकतें की है, और ये बार बार हमले करना, बार बार सीजफायर वायलेशन करना, दुख की बात यह है कि ये सिलसिला रुक नहीं रहा है और यहाँ सारा देश, सरकार, विपक्ष, सभी लोग जो है वो नोटों के बदलने के चक्कर में लगे पड़े हैं। हमें चाहिए कि हम अपनी सरहदें संभाले पहले।
When will we hold somebody accountable for first mutilating Mandeep, another Jawan from Shahabad, Haryana, and now one more Jawan whose head has been cut? When will Modi ji really come out of his electoral mode and take decisive action as a true leader of the nation?
Pakistan, however, rejected the beheading claims as false and baseless. Pakistan Foreign Office said the reports about mutilation were aimed at maligning it. This is the second such incident of mutilation of a body of an Indian soldier in the same sector since October 28. Last month, Pakistani terrorists mutilated the body of 27-year-old Mandeep Singh before running back into Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. There have been nearly 300 incidents of ceasefire violations by Pakistan since India conducted surgical strikes in POK. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Here's a look now at what else is making news across the country and nationwide. India and Switzerland signed a joint declaration in New Delhi on Tuesday for implementation of automatic exchange of information between two countries in respect of accounts of Indians held abroad. The declaration will make possible for India to receive the financial information of accounts held by Indian residents in Switzerland for 2018 and subsequent years on an automatic basis from September 2019. Around 222 Maoist supporters, including 77 women, surrendered before the Odisha police in Malkangiri district on Tuesday. On Sunday, 145, while on Monday, 101 Maoist supporters had surrendered before the police. Surrenders are said to be a result of intensified police action coupled with demonetization drive that has created a furor among Maoist supporters. The NIA on Tuesday claimed that ISIS recruit Abu Anas received 80,000 rupees scholarship from Zakir Naik's Islamic Research Foundation in October 2015. Abu Anas was arrested by the NIA in January for allegedly planning to carry out a terror attack ahead of Republic Day. The NIA has been conducting searches since November 19th and have raided at least 20 premises in Mumbai and had recovered several documents. Senior CPM leader M.M. Mani on Tuesday was sworn in as a cabinet minister in the Kerala government. He was given the electricity portfolio. Mani is CPM's longest-serving secretary of Idukki district, who is also known for his controversial statements. Mani stepped down as party secretary in 2012 after a police case was registered against him for his involvement in 3 political killings. And moving on, now cracking the whip, Railways on Tuesday transferred Jhansi's divisional railway manager and suspended 5 senior officials after the probe into the Indore-Patna Express accident gained momentum. 150 people were killed in the tragedy. The blood samples of the 2 drivers have been sent for alcohol test to ascertain if they were in an inebriated condition at the time of the tragedy. Railway Safety Commissioner P.K. Acharya is investigating the derailment. The Commissioner has inspected the site on Tuesday and said it may take about 2 to 3 days to complete the inquiry, and the report will be submitted to the government in a month's time. The statements of the driver, the assistant driver, a police inspector and a few other people have been recorded. The samples of the broken railway track have been sent for examination to the RDSO laboratory. A 12-member team of government railway police personnel has also been set up to investigate the derailment.
Railway administration has taken some action. The divisional railway manager of Jhansi division has been transferred from Jhansi to Ranchi, and in addition 5 officers of Jhansi division have been placed on suspension.
Well, here's some international news now. A day after a fragile 48-hour ceasefire expired without halting the violence, military officials said that renewed clashes between Yemeni government forces and rebels killed more than 40 people on Monday. Officials said that forces loyal to President Abdrabbu Mansour Hadi repelled an attack by Shiite Houthi rebels and their allies on the western outskirts of Taiz city. The attack that began late on Monday targeted the Al-Dabab area, which provides pro-Hadi forces with their only access to the flashpoint city of 3 lakh people that is surrounded by insurgents. Officials said that warplanes from Saudi-led Arab coalition took part in operations to repel the attack. Military officials also reported heavy artillery fire in an eastern suburb of Taiz as pro-Hadi forces pressed a campaign to wrest back control of a presidential palace, police headquarters and an air defense base from the Houthis. It was the latest international attempt to end Yemen's 20-month conflict, which the United Nations says has killed more than 7,000 people and wounded nearly 37,000. More international news now. US President-elect Donald Trump on Tuesday said that he has an open mind about pulling out of World Climate Accords and admitted global warming may be in some way linked to human activity. One of the reporters tweeted that during the interview with the New York Times, Trump said that he thinks there is some connectivity between human activity and climate change. Asked whether he would make good on his threat to pull the United States out of the UN climate accords, Trump said that he was looking at it very closely. He further added that he also wanted to see how much the Paris Climate Accord will cost the companies and its impact on US competitiveness. Earlier, Trump had called climate change a hoax perpetrated by China and threatened to pull out of the agreement on limiting greenhouse gas emissions. Well, that's it on this edition of the Breakfast News. Have a good day.